Good morning, it's Denise here at Junk Journal Junkie UK, coming to you from another hot morning at the East Yorkshire coast in the UK. So I'm filming from the caravan again. There is a little bit of noise around. I'm hoping you guys are not going to pick it up, seeing as you can't, can't hear me if I don't talk loud enough. So I'm hoping you can't hear the two gentlemen outside having a little discussion, or someone who's drilling. Fingers crossed you don't get to hear that anyway. So hello and welcome. I hope you're all well. It's lovely to have you here with me. And again, it's one of those videos where I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going to come on and play. The basic idea is, I don't have much with me, so the basic idea is creating something out of very little. I literally, when I left home, just grabbed a few folders of odds and ends and my glue, scissors, ink, etc. Chopper, I think that was about it. And a couple of the folders was the kits from Nanine, from Collage Type, that I'm still working on. But one of them was a folder of bits and pieces, and I had some of these junk pieces in it really. So they are just odd pieces of paper. This is from a book page, fly cover, I think. This is a piece of the Shakespeare book, if you'll have seen before if you've seen my other videos. These are pages from digitals from Junk with Steph that I have just been playing around with, coffee dyeing and yeah, what's those, my paints, watercolour paints, things like that, just trying to, you know, change them up, make them orangey for autumn perhaps. Another page, sort of front page from a book. Don't like that specimen part of it particularly. You know, it's a nice piece of paper. Scrapbooking paper, I love that side. Not so keen. I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's very pinky for what I'm doing at the moment. Another piece that I've been playing with from Steph's Digital. Big piece of brown paper bag from a chemist here. I've obviously just cut open and kept. And a piece of this luscious paper that I didn't do anything with because I'm kind of not wanting to use it up. It is literally the last piece, but this time I did. And then yesterday I was sorting through, and I backed a lot of the tags that I pulled out and shared with you, and it didn't leave me with very many scraps, to be honest. I'm surprised. That is literally it for the scraps from 3 kits. So I'm well impressed with that. Yeah, some other bits of pieces. Piece of dyed dictionary paper there, another piece of that. Again, if you was with me yesterday, you'll have seen I've got a bag with just a few embellishment bits on. Not embellishment, what's the word I'm looking for? Collage, that's it. A tiny piece of my white vintage paper left. Yeah. Some really old book page that falls apart when I'm rough with it. That I've shown you a few times. And then these bits. So that's a piece left from the freebie kit from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. These are a couple of pages of small scrapbooking paper that's white on the back. I loved that one though. It's like scrunched up brown, inked brown paper. A brown dragonfly one. Not sure what that is. Dragonflies and leaves, I think. A list that I made on some nice cream paper. Another page with a white back from that scrapbook book, and another piece of that. And literally that's what I'm going to come on to play with. I've also corralled onto a plate all the bits that I had floating around on my desk that I needed tidying up. So I'm hopefully going to use a lot of these, so that when I tidy them there's only half the amount to put away. Okay, so, and I just sat down and thought, now what can I do with all that? Because that's all I've got. So I'm thinking, obviously these are a size 4 pages, so I'm wondering if it might be a good plan to make a bunch of grungy pages. I can decorate them with these, you know, to make them sort of autumnal. Because if you remember, I said at the end of the project I'm going to do like a clean up with everything that's left. Well, we could do a clean up journal, couldn't we? We could do a junkie journal. with any pages that are left in these, if I make these into pages. So that's my idea, is to make them into pages. And I don't really know where I want to start. My first initial thought is to ink that, and now I'm thinking it might be more grungy style to actually leave it on show. So yeah, I could do with a bone folder, and I haven't got one, so where's my little scissors? Can anybody see my little scissors? I can see my big ones there. They're not far. Told you they weren't. There they are. Okay, so definitely don't want the journal to be that big. You can see how it's come out of the book stuck, which you don't mind necessarily, but how about if we fold it over and tear it off there, because that might become a different page. Now obviously if it's a journal, this is quite thin. The journal page is quite thin paper, but not all the journal pages have to be really strong and robust. You just have to pick the ones that you put pockets and things on. Yeah, so we're going for shabby, definitely going for grungy shabby, so not neat cut lines. So that should be easy for me. So I'm not just going to fold papers over and make them into pages. I'm going to decorate them. I'm not even necessarily going to put them together. So 2 small ones there. Oh, that's quite like the colour of that on that side. Let's just get a few folded over and then start putting some bits and pieces on them. It's very light, isn't it? But it is coloured. Yeah, that's crying out for some nice pieces on. I might make that the outside. Stick some pieces on there that will bring the colour back in. Yeah, again, colour that. Whoops, I'm leaning on my scissors. I hope I'm in view there. So I'm thinking that might make a nice, yeah, it's not straight. And my first instinct there was to get it on the chopper. But we're not going for straight, are we? Yeah, so that could be a nice. Flip over, flip out, side tuck, we don't know. Yeah, it's very unstraight that. I won't do anything with it now, but I can't promise that I won't straighten it a touch or cut it and make it very uncut. I'm quite liking these papers now, but well, I say now, I liked them previously, but I wasn't sure that I liked what I'd done to them. But actually, in the right project with this one, has got to be the star of the show. Well, we're going to do the same with that. Yeah, I couldn't bear to cut anything off that. The whole bit's got to go in. And again, it's not cut square by any stretch of the imagination. And we're just going to embrace it. Yeah. So if grungy isn't your thing, this probably won't be your thing. But if it is, you're going to have a whale of a time, I think. Yeah, quite a few pages there. And I was thinking, a little hole in it there, look. And obviously I don't want that, and I do want that. I was having a look at this earlier and thinking, well, 5 minutes earlier, thinking it might be nice to stick the 2 pieces together and have a thick piece. Oh. Yeah, kind of make that one page. I just don't want that blue bit showing. Let's just glue it down. Oops, cheers. page. Why am I not on the glue page? What I mustn't do, because this is the sort of thing that I do, part make the journal, I'll get the pages ready, and then it sits for ages while I'm on with my next project. Because you probably know when these autumn journals are finished. Oh Denise, it's a fairly new glue stick. When these autumn journals are finished, I'm eager to start the Christmas project. And I said last video it won't be every day, so those of you that don't do Christmas, don't worry, there'll be plenty of other stuff for you. But what I mustn't do is start getting all those printed out, which is what I'm going to do when I get home, and not finish this. And I'm thinking the best way to do that is to make a statement now that I'm going to finish this and show you it finished. In fact, I maybe should show you the box of unfinished journals and part journals that I've got. Maybe that would be a good way to get me to finish them, because I do have several. Some of them that are practically done, some of them that are halfway done. Yeah, I think when that's dry, that's going to be a nice page. We'll just leave that to dry while we're doing whatever we're doing, because it's soaked up a lot of that glue. That brown paper is quite absorbent. Okay, so let's make some of these pages. No, don't get rid of that, Denise. But then hope I don't knock the camera. Right. Which one shall we start with? I'll start with this light pinky coloured one, because it's crying out something. So I'd like to use some of these up. Obviously I don't want to just do a complete collage. I've got quite a few strips. That peachiness goes. Okay, so no plan. What did I do with that glue book? I'm going to need it down. Yep, no hard and fast plan particularly. I mean, I'm not just going to stick it down without thinking. It's not that kind of collage project. But, yeah, just playing. So all I'm going to do today is play. Doesn't even look like I've folded that page straight. And I'm not even going to let that bother me. Okay, so that's got a nice piece of that down. What else was I thinking of playing with? Because I don't want to just use the paper. I've got lots of these sort of animals. These sorts of animal pictures, I should say, that are not necessarily, well, that flying one, you know, pieces that are going to be good to embellish tags and things like that. I wonder if I want to, I'm not going to ink him because I think it might outline him too much, so let's just put him down. I might end up with something over him yet, might he? Okay, and in the bottom corner, I don't know if you can see these or if you even want to. I've got a little bit of washi on there as well. Right, let's go for something completely different. So, what happened there? Yeah, no bone folder and no, what's my glidey thing called? Okay, we can always go under with the art glitter. Plus that blue. Now that blue is very different to the pinks and oranges on the page. So pop of something different. Like it. Still needs something else though. So what have we got? We've got pictures. Oops, sorry. Yeah, let's have a little bit of pretty text. I'll try and put all the bits that are floating around here so that I remember to use them. Do they have any bits of text floating? These are all papers. Yes, I did here. And the collagey bit. Now these are bits of dictionary that I've sorry, I was talking into my pile of stuff there. Bits of dictionary that I put through the embosser, and it's very distressed, and I've put a bit of gold on it. Do we want a piece of that on? Ooh, as you can see, it's very distressed, and maybe went a bit harsh with it. Got too much of the same kind of thing. Where was the other piece? I love that it's falling apart actually. Shall we have a little bit of pattern paper behind it? Yes. So like a mini collage on the page. Okay, let's just do it. I don't want it ruffled up, crumpled up, just not too much. That's it. I think with him over that. It's definitely going to need fabric tack because it's going to drop to bits otherwise. Oops. I don't want him further over. Yeah, now an image on there. What image shall we go for? We've got the owl. Don't think we want another animal, do we? There are all the pretty pictures over here. Some apples. Kind of mirrored there, isn't it? I like that. Yep. That's going to be that page. And let me just think about what I'm going to put that down with. Might put some fabric tack on it since it's going on top of that. I'm happy with all that pinky colour in the middle. I think I probably am. I might like a tiny bit of brown stencil in it. I don't have any with me, and that's something I can always decide to do. Let's lay up there a bit. Yeah, when I actually put the pages together, you know, so just a little bit of something. Yeah, a little bit of brown stencil. That is definitely not sticking very well in there, are you? Whoops, pulled the whole lid off my art glitter. It's definitely ready for a good wash, but it is practically at the end of its... I don't know if it's not stuck or if it's just wrinkled because I've wet it so much with all the glue that I put on. Yeah, I think it's stuck. I just think it's wrinkled. It'll dry out. It'll straighten out hopefully as it dries. Okay, I think I might put that on one side before I do the back and something on the inside. Just to dry a little bit, and let's do another one. We created no rubbish whatsoever then. No scraps. That's going to be, let's do this one, because this definitely needs a big cover. Big covering. Let's embrace the ratty edges. So how many did I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There might be 8 pages here, which is very nearly a journal. We'll get a couple of nice digitals in amongst them, maybe. Maybe. Okay, I'm having it that way. Yeah. So shall I go for a bigger? There was this that I wanted to use. I was just wondering if I cut round it, what it would still show. Let's just do this bit up here. Or maybe I should have torn round it, shouldn't I? Embracing the raggedy look. Let's just roughly cut. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it'll need something under it. It's not going to cover all that. I'm now thinking it might make a nice tuck, big tuck down there. It'd be too much as a tuck. No, because I think I like the whole. I'm going to tear this a little bit, just a bit. I like the picture as a whole, and if it's a tuck, that means nothing much will be going on the front of it, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not trying to disguise the fact that these are reused book pages at all. Far from it. It just fits, that's pretty good. So, book page. Some of that real old stuff that falls apart when I'm rough with it. Oops. Whoa. Needs a bit of ink on it. So guys, do you ever just get your scraps out and create stuff without thinking about it? I have to say, if you're doing it not on film, it's great fun. I mean, it is fun on film, you just have that worry if it all turns out silly. What will people think of me? Losing my mind. Do I want that bit out there? I think I do, actually. Let's not overthink. I want something else, though. So a very white behind. I'm determined to get that on, aren't I? What else have we got that's plain but pretty? No. I'll leave that out because it might be the one thing I'm looking for. No. A tag. I think it might be that, you know. I'm wondering if I dare tear the corner to make it look. Well, I say dare, I mean, will I be upset with what I've done? Of course I dare. Yeah, let's put this down. Right, do I want to ink this? I'm not sure. Trying to half ink it, so maybe saying either ink it or don't. That's exactly what I'm thinking myself. Yeah, I think that's fine actually. Okay. Right, how do I know where I want you? A little bit of that corner's showing. I better be careful with the glue on this because it really does fall apart when you look at it. It's the first old book that I've ever had that's done that. It's not really, well, it's not, I say it's not really old, it's from the 1800s, early middle, so it is old really, isn't it? Right, did I get it where I wanted it? Yes. So. I was just stopping to think if I wanted any tissue paper under it, but I'm not going to. I don't want it to be too orchestrated. I want it to be, you know, look like the junket is, I guess. You know, I'm thinking a word or something up there might be nice, but we'll resist. Right, come on. So I want this on fairly strong because it's going to be a big tuck. So it will take something big if it's got the strength. And it doesn't actually have to have anything if we choose not to as well. It's pretty enough just to be a page. Okay, oops. Again, we'll leave it to dry. Yeah, should I fast? Oh, Fasten that down, do we think? And just left the tuck at the front. I don't know. We'll decide when it's dry. Yeah, so again, it needs more, maybe like that. But it's a very pretty page. We seem to be doing all fronts, don't we? Let's do a back. Where was that? Yeah, that. It's a small one that I cut down. What can we put on the back of here? It's a very flimsy paper, so it's not going to take anything other than perhaps a bit of journaling on. So it's either just a pretty page or a journal spot. Put that in the bin. I'm wondering if this could be journaled on, couldn't it? And if I tear around it and ink it well, it will just look like a piece of crumpled brown paper bag, where in fact it's actually good quality for writing on paper. So it looks crumpled without having to crumple it. I mean, you know, you can screw up, and it does look good if you screw paper up and then open it out and put it down. But it's not nice and smooth for writing on. That's the problem. Whereas this has got that lovely crumpled look, and you can write on it. Yeah, I don't want to hide all the, like I say, the fact that it's a play or a Shakespeare book page. So if we kind of, oh, I went on something again. Yeah, if we kind of go down there, over there, no, down there. I might have something down this side from the plate of pleasure, the plate of pretties. Never glued on that. Yes. I don't know if you can hear that. Somebody's now sawing outside. Hopefully you can't. But I am hoping you can hear me, because like I say, I'm no microphone, and I know I do talk quietly. A lot of it is my voice gone from years of teaching and you know, constantly using my voice, and now I've learnt to kind of conserve it a bit, but it's become habit, and maybe conserve it a little bit too much. And that would stiffen the page up quite a lot. Quite like it. See what else we've got. Leave it there so that I can see it. That's nice, but it's more text on text, isn't it? I don't know why that's wrong, or if it's wrong. Like that. Could you tell? I didn't say anything. I just went for the dauber. And it is just an image I cut out of a little bit of scrap that I was throwing away from the kit, and I thought, I love that image, I don't throw it away. So I just cut it out thinking, I don't know if I'll ever be able to use it on anything. And this is the perfect something. I'm still leaving some of that text down there. Yeah, and it doesn't matter now if I'm smudging the ink as I do it. Yeah, I really like the look of that paper bag. Still thinking I'd like something up there, but don't have to have. Just sit back and see if there's anything grabbing me. I don't think there is, actually. If something just presents itself at a later date. Yeah, like that. So what shall we put in the middle of this one then? Because that's not too wet and we can. Shall we go for some more paper? Just look at the scraps before we do that. Putting rubbish in the wrong place here, hang on. That's it. I won't be able to find everything if I keep doing that. Okay, what have we got here? So that's like the top of a book from one of the pages, isn't it? You can see how they'd be alright to create a masterboard, but other than that, these little tiny scraps that I've got left are not really useful for much. Well, obviously, I don't know because we're using them, but yeah, I'm thinking that might look nice on the top there. Why can't I cut straight, tear straight? Get those in the bin. So maybe just a nice flower or something down here. Now I haven't got all my fussy cuts and things with me, so I don't have a flower. Can't just open my box and get a flower out, which is good, so I'll have to be inventive. Oh, we've got a mushroom, haven't we? Let's put a mushroom down there. Yep, and I realise I haven't inked the page, and that's good too. Make it different from the other. Sticky paper. What's a mushroom in here? Thought I'd seen one. I did. Got glue stuck on me. Just something really nice, isn't there, about a mushroom behind, with text behind it. I don't think I'll quite like that red one. And I'm not going to put anything behind it because I think it's just nice with the text. I could put tissue paper, tea bag, oh dear, etc. But I really like to see that text behind it, so I'm not going to. Right. Sorry, Mr. Mushroom. You're back together now, though. Oh, look. Still going to embrace it. So here we go with a bit of washi. I'm not even going to hide that it's holding a piece of ripped paper together. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so these are the sorts of books when I put together that I just love to sit and look through, not do anything in, just look at the art, as it were. Okay, so this page, got a lot of corner pieces, and it does, it is really thin, this. It's upside down, so have I got a bottom corner? No, you could be. Yeah, so the more things I can put on the edges, really, the better. I realise that could be a pocket, but I don't want a pocket on this paper. Look at that beautiful paper. Again, that's out of a pad. What did I have? Had him. Yeah, not liking the fact that that's a triangle, to be honest. I mean, it does the job in as much as... You know, it's strengthening that page. But it does just look like a pocket that's been stuck down. I'm just wondering if we could layer... Did I have something else that was... No, not sure about that. Something in... Oh, no, she's pretty as well, isn't she? She's going to look nice. Maybe we've got another page yet, so maybe we can put her on that. Because this will definitely thicken this page up. Could even write on that, couldn't you, if you wanted to? So what are we thinking for the top? I'm thinking something that way. All these lovely things under here, dig them out. yeah, I haven't used that because of the awful way that I've cut it, so this is probably the perfect project for it. I just don't like it on its own there. I don't really go with this blue. Yeah, I think I might be overthinking, do you? That's been backed. I'm going to stick this down. I'm tired of holding it. And I think I've just about decided it's going there. And you know, I'm having so much fun, I don't even know how long I've been on. And yeah, uploading here is really difficult because I'm dependent on the yeah, my data rather than, which I've got plenty of, but it's like, it's not Wi-Fi, so it can cut in and out, so the long videos can play havoc with my time. Where did I have that? Just over there, down there I think. So maybe I ought to have a look and see if I can see how long I've been on. Oops. Down there. Let's just stick that back down because it is giving it a bit of strength. Oopsie. And I'm gonna, ooh, you certainly are. Rip it is what I was going to say. Yeah, I like that Act 4 Scene 4 showing. Yeah, you can go on with just ordinary glue because it's just paper. So we might have to call it a day when we've done the last page on this one, and maybe do a second video. Yeah, definitely feels that it needs something there, but I don't know what. But this lady is calling to me. Yeah, and it won't be opposite that page if it's going in a journal. Definitely like her, so I'll put her down. Find something to go with her. Right, over that side, I think. I think this is from, no, I shouldn't say, should I, because I don't know. I don't think it's from Nanine. I think it's from either G. Kerr or Janie B. But I will say it's not Nanine's. Yeah, like that. Ouch, sticking. So I'm feeling something here. I don't know what. I don't even know that she's on straight or that she's even on. That is sticky. Maybe it's just the old paper soaking up the glue. What up here? Look at me tiny weeny bits of paper. I'm sorry to tell you, but that chopped off pumpkin looks like a bottom to me. It's got to go in the bin. You are silly, Denise, really. Well, yeah, what about a little label of some description? Something a bit jazzier than that. And again, I can't tell you why, but I like it because it really doesn't go. Maybe it's the clashiness. Yeah. So I did say this was kind of a, you know, a love or hate. You either love this kind of thing or you'll have turned off ages ago thinking, what on earth is that all about? So sorry to you guys that don't like it. If you're still here, thank you for sticking with it. And what it's about is just pure fun, playing with bits of papers and other people's artwork. I think I might like a nice stamp on there. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, so we're definitely only halfway through. We've got the rest of that to make. Let's put this plain page in the middle, because obviously the journals like this do need pages with very little in the middle as well. Let's put him in, even though he's not done. And have just a quick look at what we've made so far, and I will go on and make the rest of it, but it won't be tomorrow's video. I might put it up as an extra one, see what time I get and how I get uploaded. Yeah, definitely want something in the middle there, and it's not quite dry yet, but yeah, so a couple of pieces from the Nina's kit and other bits from my stash. Yeah, a page from Junk with Steph, a brown paper shop bag, an old book page that's making a tuck, and a piece from the Nina's kit. Not done at all, nothing done to that, although it doesn't need an awful lot, that. And again, that would want something in the middle, that wouldn't necessarily be the centrepiece. I'd only see one at a time. I love that paper bag paper. We didn't do any of the back ones, did we? Just that one. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, because I'd be really interested to know how many of you like it, or if you've just stuck with it because you like to watch my videos. But if you love the grungy stuff, let me know, give me a thumbs up. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back with I'm not sure what, but probably my normal crafting, back to the autumn kit. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye for now.